Okay, so OACC is actually Outdoor and Cycle Concepts, but we abbreviate it to OACC. So we are the largest outdoor provider in the UK from a retail perspective, and we will probably be known best for our three main brands, which is Cotswold Outdoors, Runners Needs and Snow and Rock. We're a team of people who are all about the great outdoors and being passionate about what we do, giving back to society in terms of using the outdoors but putting back in. Our mission is all about making sure that we get people outside in a sustainable way, giving them opportunities to enjoy it, but also making sure that we don't damage the world in which we work with. I'm the People Director, I'm Claire Webber, and I've been here for about 3.5 years, and I'm part of the senior leadership team. So I've got accountability for all things people, from when we recruit and we find amazing talent, to onboarding them, to how we communicate when they're with us, to making sure that they have the best reward and benefits we can possibly provide to keep them motivated and engaged with what we're trying to do as a business. It's all about making sure that we do things in a way that engages and motivates people to perform even more effectively than they already are.
So my role, I'm the People Operations Manager. Within my team, I'm responsible for all the HR data and analytics, but also managing the payroll team. And part of the payroll responsibility is managing pensions. So it's been really good to have some expert support in that responsibility of mine.
So I think, like most organisations, the resource market is really, really challenging at the moment. So your benefits package becomes absolutely critical, because it can be what makes or breaks whether someone joins you as an organisation now. And our pensions hadn't been reviewed for quite some considerable amount of time. We knew that was a key offering that employees really valued, so we wanted to go and understand that more, revisit it, and make sure that we had everything in that package that we possibly could do.
I think Brusdon took the time to really understand our business and what our needs were. I think sometimes you can get a one-size-fits-all approach. You stopped to listen to what was really important to our employees and provided a service which was very, very much directed to us as a business, and achieved exactly what we wanted.
I think with a real level of honesty, because I think there's something about saying don't change something if it's already working. And as we went through the review, it became apparent that actually our current pension providers just needed a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of innovation. So whether it was offering some more environmentally friendly investment opportunities, or whether it be about sharpening the pencil on the fees that we were paying them, it was all about those aspects. So I think working alongside you meant that we could sense check what we had, make sure that it was still compliant with all the pension regs, because it hadn't been reviewed for quite a long time, making sure that our pension funds were having a good return, that risk and volatility was also being managed as well. I think they just took all the pressure and hassle off us. It is complicated, and I think one of the challenges is that pensions isn't our thing. So being able to share it with someone else who it is their thing meant that we could work together, so that the comms were written in plain English, but at the same time making sure all the regulatory bits were all put there. It also allowed us to stay a little bit arm's length to it. We want to be able to answer people's queries, but also be able to hand them to the experts when it's not a bog standard response that they're looking for. We worked together on the comms, we worked together on how and when things were going to land. We made sure we held webinars alongside yourself, and then did follow-up activity as well.
Renegotiating our pension administration fees. We implemented a tax-efficient salary exchange scheme, which has been very popular, providing webinars and one-to-one training opportunities for colleagues where they were able to speak with you on a one-to-one basis. That was very well received, and just made sure that our workforce has the knowledge that's necessary to manage pensions, their future retirement.
A number of our colleagues had previously said, why aren't we offering salary exchange or salary sacrifice? So it was great to be able to say we've listened and we've heard, and we've now been able to do something about it. So I think that's really important from an engagement perspective. I think secondly, there's also something about being able to talk more fluently about pensions. It's been something we've kind of hidden away from because we didn't truly understand it, whereas now we understand it, we're very clear on what our offering is, and we've been able to share that more efficiently and effectively with our colleagues.
Definitely, and cost is always going to be an important factor when deciding on using external provisions at a time when, particularly in the retail sector, money is tight. But Brusdon were able to tailor a service which was very much bespoke to our needs, and therefore, within a budget that we were able to adhere to. And we had yourself as a consultant on a one-to-one basis, available whenever we needed it. And yeah, it was a great service, and I would have no hesitation in recommending it to someone else.
Yes, I would. And I think part of that is recognising if it's not your bag and it's not your core offering as a business, I wouldn't encourage people to get involved. Go and work with a partner and allow them to take some of that pain away from you, because that's what they do really, really well. They've done it for lots and lots of other people. So what you're doing is learning from what they've done well, what other companies have done well, which means by the time it gets to you doing it, it's a whole load easier and you're not going to make the same mistakes as others. So if it's not your core offering, pass it out. And often it's not as expensive, I think, as people assume it will be. Being comfortable about where, as a people function or a HR function, you can add real value. It's really easy to go down a rabbit hole and get caught up in something, but actually being able to take a step back and say, we deliver more value in this space rather than here, and then working with an outsourced partner is absolutely the way to go, because then it means you can focus on the rest of the benefits package as well.